All right, so today we're looking at something pretty interesting from TechCrunch
Oh, yeah.
about a pretty well-known tech investor
Mm.
and
Oh,
a
yeah.
mountain of Legos and a very unexpected NDA.
Wow. That's quite the combination.
Yeah.
Where do we even begin to unpack
Well,
this?
it all started with this post on X,
Okay.
formerly known as Twitter.
Right, right.
Nat Friedman, the former CEO of GitHub, put out a call
Oh, wow.
for volunteers to come help him build a 5,000-piece Lego set at his office in Palo Alto.
Oh, wow.
Pizza would be provided, but
Oh,
there was a catch.
okay.
Participants had to sign an NDA.
No, that's unusual. I mean,
Yeah.
NDAs are standard practice in the tech world,
Sure.
especially when you're protecting sensitive information or
Right.
intellectual property. But
Yeah.
for a Lego building session, it definitely raises some eyebrows.
Yeah, one of the replies to the post was just like, is this a serious offer? Out of curiosity.
Oh,
So clearly the NDA threw people for a loop.
yeah. You have to consider who is making this offer. Nat Friedman has a significant following,
Yeah.
over 215,000 people on X alone.
Wow.
And he's a well-respected figure in the tech community known for being sharp
For sure.
and innovative.
Yeah.
This isn't just some random Lego enthusiast asking for help with his latest set.
Yeah. So what are we supposed to make of all of this?
Right.
I mean, the TechCrunch article really focuses on like the potential legal implications.
Yeah.
Even jokingly, signing an NDA is not something to take lightly.
No.
It's a legally binding contract that obligates you to keep whatever you see or hear during that Lego session confidential.
Exactly.
So that leads to the big question, what could possibly be so secretive about building a Lego set?
Yeah.
The article kind of speculates about a few different possibilities.
Okay.
Could this be a stealth startup idea in disguise?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a team-building exercise for some new venture?
Interesting.
Or perhaps Friedman has access to some rare, top-secret Lego sets?
I didn't even know those existed.
Me neither.
But then again, this is the tech world we're talking about.
That's true.
Secrecy and exclusivity are practically part of the DNA.
Yeah, but in this case, it seems like the secrecy is generating more curiosity than anything else.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle that everyone's trying to solve.
And that's where the real intrigue lies.
Yeah.
I mean, this seemingly simple anecdote about Legos and NDAs opens up a larger conversation about the nature of secrecy and innovation in the tech industry.
So we've got a well-known tech investor, a mountain of Legos, the promise of pizza, and a mandatory NDA it's a recipe for.
Who knows?
We're not entirely sure yet, but one thing's for certain, this story has definitely piqued our curiosity.
Absolutely. What's really fascinating to me is how this, seemingly trivial event raises some pretty profound questions about our culture of secrecy in tech.
Yeah, are we too quick to sign NDAs even for something as harmless as building Legos?
I mean, let's not totally discount the possibility that,
Right.
there could be some groundbreaking tech hidden inside those Lego boxes.
Right. Yeah, the article mentions that there's a whole world of high-end exclusive Lego sets
Oh, right.
that most people never even see.
Okay.
Some are incredibly intricate and valuable, sought after by collectors around the world.
Interesting.
So it's not impossible that, Friedman with his connections could have acquired something truly unique.
Right.
So we've got the intrigue of the NDA,
Hmm.
the potential for secret Lego sets, but maybe we're missing something here.
Okay.
Could this whole thing be a social experiment?
Ooh, that's an interesting angle.
Yeah. Is Friedman trying to gauge people's willingness to sign an NDA without even knowing what it's for?
Right.
Maybe he's making a statement about blind trust in the tech world,
Uh-huh.
or maybe he's just curious to see what kind of reaction he'll get.
Yeah, the article actually touches on that.
Does it?
Yeah, the author points out that Friedman has a history of kind of unusual offers.
Oh, really?
Back in 2013, he publicly offered to buy everyone in San Francisco a burrito
What?
if they would meet with him.
Wow.
He got swarmed with responses.
I guess.
So there's definitely a precedent for this kind of unconventional outreach.
Yeah.
But I think the addition of the NDA in this case
Right.
changes the dynamic significantly.
Yeah, for sure.
It introduces this element of secrecy and exclusivity
Mm-hmm.
that elevates it beyond just a simple publicity stunt.
Okay, but let's play devil's advocate for a moment.
Okay.
Maybe this is all much simpler than we're making it out to be.
Yeah.
Maybe Friedman just genuinely wanted some company while he built his elaborate Lego set.
That's certainly possible. I mean, even tech CEOs have hobbies.
Yeah.
But even if that's the case, the choice to use an NDA,
Right.
even in this seemingly lighthearted context,
Right.
it's kind of telling.
Yeah.
It speaks to a certain mindset,
Uh-huh.
a way of operating where confidentiality is the default.
The article mentions this, like, come do Legos with me, but sign an NDA first attitude
Oh, yeah.
as possibly reflecting a particular, like, wealthy tech folk mentality.
Right. It's a subtle power dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the implication that access to certain opportunities,
Right.
certain experiences, is contingent on agreeing to certain terms.
Yeah.
It raises questions about who gets invited to the table
Yeah.
and what they have to agree to in order to participate.
It's almost like a microcosm of how the tech world operates on a larger scale.
Right.
Like, think about the culture of secrecy around product launches,
Uh-huh.
particularly at companies like Apple.
Right.
They've built an entire brand identity around the anticipation of the unknown.
Yeah. Secrecy breeds curiosity, and curiosity can be a powerful marketing tool.
For sure.
But it also raises concerns about transparency and open collaboration.
So maybe this Lego NDA story isn't just about Legos after all.
Right.
Maybe it's a commentary on a larger cultural trend.
I think that's why this story is so compelling. It's this seemingly trivial event that opens up this much broader conversation about the role of secrecy and exclusivity and innovation in the tech industry.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in the world of bits and bytes, human behavior, social dynamics, and power structures,
Yeah.
they still play a significant role.
Okay, so before we get too philosophical here,
Sure.
there's another aspect of this story that's worth exploring.
Yeah, what's that?
The NDAs themselves.
Yes, let's delve into the mechanics of these agreements.
Go.
I mean, while the Lego scenario might seem lighthearted,
Right.
it's crucial to remember that these NDAs are legally binding contracts.
Yeah, the TechCrunch article really emphasizes that point.
Right.
They even go as far as to advise readers to never sign an NDA lightly,
Uh-huh.
no matter how tempting the offer might be.
Right.
And if you're ever asked to sign one for something that seems weird or unnecessary,
Yeah,
it's probably a red flag.
that's sound advice. It's essential to understand the terms of any contract before you sign it.
For sure.
And an NDA is no exception.
Okay.
They come in various forms, each with its own specific implications.
Oh.
You have unilateral NDAs, where one party discloses confidential information. Bilateral NDAs, where both parties exchange sensitive information.
Got it.
And then multilateral NDAs involving 3 or more parties.
Wow, I didn't realize there were so many types.
And it's not just about the types.
Okay.
You need to understand what information is covered,
Uh-huh.
the duration of the agreement,
Right.
and the potential consequences of breaching the NDA.
So even though this whole Lego NDA thing seems like a bit of fun,
Right.
it's actually a good reminder that these agreements have real-world implications.
Absolutely. Whether you're a seasoned tech executive or a curious Lego enthusiast,
Yeah.
understanding the nature and implications of NDAs is crucial in today's world.
Okay, so we've talked about the different types of NDAs and like why it's important to understand what you're signing.
Right.
But let's kind of bring it back to this intriguing TechCrunch article.
Okay.
And the bigger picture,
Yeah.
this whole Lego saga really got me thinking, like, is all this secrecy really necessary for innovation?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's this long-held belief, especially in tech, that secrecy is absolutely essential for protecting ideas and maintaining a competitive edge.
But does that always hold true, though?
Right.
The article makes this, like, kind of funny point.
Okay.
Like, come on, do Legos with me.
Uh-huh.
But then it goes on to suggest that this attitude, even in jest,
Right.
kind of reflects a particular mindset
Uh-huh.
among some, wealthy tech folk.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, I've got this amazing thing,
Right.
but you have to sign your life away to even get a glimpse.
Right. It highlights this inherent power dynamic.
Yeah?
Access and opportunity are often intertwined with these NDAs,
Uh-huh.
and it creates this sense of exclusivity, this
Right.
inner circle where only a select few
Yeah.
are privy to these, groundbreaking ideas.
And that can lead to a culture where people are hesitant to share their ideas openly
Oh, for sure.
for fear of legal repercussions or being shut out of opportunity.
Exactly. It stifles open collaboration
Right.
and potentially hinders innovation.
Yeah.
Instead of this free flow of idea,
Mhm.
you end up with this much more closed off, secretive environment.
But we can't forget about the flip side either.
Right.
There are legitimate reasons for companies to want to protect their intellectual property.
Absolutely.
I mean, they invest significant resources into R&D,
Right.
and they need to safeguard those investments.
And NDAs can play a crucial role in that.
For sure.
They help prevent trade secrets from being leaked to competitors,
Yeah.
ensuring that these companies can reap the rewards of their innovation.
So it seems like finding the right balance is key here.
Yeah, how do we foster a culture of innovation
Right.
while also respecting the need for confidentiality?
Maybe the answer lies in being more discerning about when we use NDAs.
Mm,
Instead of treating them like this, like blanket solution,
right.
we should consider them on a case-by-case basis,
Yeah,
ensuring they're used judiciously and only when truly necessary.
I think you're right.
And maybe this whole Lego NDA story, with its inherent absurdity,
Uh-huh.
is kind of like a subtle critique of that very culture.
Right.
It's satire at its finest,
Yeah.
prompting us to question our assumptions and
Uh,
maybe even laugh at ourselves a little bit.
I think you're right. It's a reminder that we shouldn't take ourselves too seriously,
Yeah.
and that sometimes a little bit of humor
Right.
can be a powerful catalyst for reflection and change.
So what's the takeaway for our listeners then?
Mm.
What can we glean from this bizarre tale of Legos and NDAs and the quest for innovation?
Well, I think it boils down to a few key points.
Okay.
First, understand the power of NDAs and use them responsibly.
Yeah.
Second, don't be afraid to question the culture of secrecy,
Right.
both in the tech world and beyond.
Uh-huh.
And finally, never underestimate the power of a good laugh
Yeah.
to spark critical thinking and challenge the status quo.
Well said. This story, as strange as it seems, has given us a lot to think about.
It really has.
It's a reminder that even the most seemingly trivial events
Yeah.
can reveal deeper truths about ourselves, the world around us.
Indeed. And it underscores the importance of staying curious,
For sure.
asking questions,
Yeah.
and engaging in thoughtful discussions about the forces that shape our world.
If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel.